Hey you guys, so in today's video I'm going to teach you guys how to do crochet locks in the back with individuals in the front. So here I'm going to go ahead and plait the front of my client's hair in individual braids. Normally I do about 10 to 12 individual plaits depending on the person's thickness of their hair and how big their head is basically. So I'm just going to plait down the entire front from ear to ear of my client's head. You can go ahead and watch that and I'll be back with the next step. Okay, so now that my client's head is braided in the front in individual braids, I'm going to braid the back of her hair going straight back. Normally you'll do about maybe 12 to 14 braids going straight back. All again, it depends on how big your client's head is, how thick their hair is. That'll determine how many braids you have to do going straight back. So I'm just parting my client's hair. In just a moment, I'll begin braiding. Now, once I get in the middle of that second braid, I'm going to pull the end of my first braid up and braid it into that braid. Now, what that does, it gives you a flat install. So once you're done, you don't have to braid all of the individual braids at the bottom. You just add them into your previous braid. So therefore, when you begin to crochet it in, you won't have that lump at the nape of your client's hair. And you just go ahead and braid that down once you add it in, and that's what you do throughout the entire braiding pattern. Okay, so now that I'm done braiding, I have this loose braid left. I'm going to crochet that into my client's hair. Now, I know some people like to sew it, but I like to crochet it in because it makes it so much easier for when my client is taking her hair out. She doesn't have to look for the thread to cut. She'll just simply have to pull her own braid outside of her hair. So that's what I'm doing here. So here I'm just going to put edge control on my client's edges. You can use whatever edge control you prefer, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to edge control her edges down so I can begin crocheting in the individual locks. The hair my client chose was the Freaches Gorgeous Locks. I'm going to start individually crocheting this hair in. Now it is going to look a bit messy when I first do it, but don't worry. Just follow these steps and you're going to have neat individual locks. This is just the first step. Now, some people like to unravel the lock and wrap it over the client's hair, but me, I like sticking my needle inside of the lock and pulling the hair inside of the lock. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to cut off the excess piece that was left because, you know, my client's hair is short. I didn't need to put everything inside of the lock. But on my next step, look to see what I'm doing. I'm going to crochet the lock in, pull my client's hair through, as well as the lock. And here I'm going to feed the needle inside of the lock. And then I'm going to pull my client's hair through so the lock could be inside. Well, no, so her hair can be inside of the lock. And that's what I'm going to do for all of the individual locks here. Now, once you have all of your individual locks in, you're going to take any Marley hair that you prefer to wrap over the lock. So here I'm taking a piece of Marley hair, I'm stretching it out, and I'm going to begin wrapping over the lock. That's going to hide that knot that's at the root of the hair to make it have a flawless look. So once again, I'm taking some Marley hair and I'm going to wrap over the lock. And once I get to the bottom portion of that Marley hair, once I have a little bit hair left, I'm going to take some glue and I'm just going to add a dab of glue just to secure the lock. And you have that flawless look. And I'll just continue doing this throughout the entire front of my client's head, just adding the Marley hair, and then I'll be back with the next step. So now it's time to crochet my client's hair in the back. I'm going to crochet starting at the back. I do about 3 rows in the back before I go to the front to crochet in. And there's no particular reason of why I do it this way, but I feel like it makes me go faster. So I crochet starting from the back and then I move on to the front. Now, what I want to show here is when I move on to the second row, I do leave about a 1/2 inch space between the first row and the second, just because you don't want to do it too close together, because the closer together, the more locks you need and the more bulky and the moppy look you'll have, and you don't want a big mop on your client's head. So that's why I leave some space, because once it all falls down, all of the locks are going to be covered. So therefore, leave about a 1/2 inch space between each lock so you'll have a natural look once you're done. Now we're moving on to the front of the client's head. So it's the same step as the back. I'm going to crochet the hair in. I leave about less than 1/2 inch this time, since it is in the front, you want it to be a little bit fuller. So I'm still leaving some space, but about less than 1/2 inch of space between each lock once you're in the front. Now that I'm done crocheting the hair, I pull my client's hair back. I'm checking for any spaces or gaps, and I'll go back and add more crochet hair if I see any gaps where her real braids are showing. So my client hair is completely done. We have crochet locks in the back with individuals in the front. Please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's any video that you'll like to see. Thank you for watching.